kind of share that screen space with somebody who I have a huge crush on. I think it was manifestation and a dream come true. I'm happy now. Even if we don't get married, I'm good to go.
But did you tell him about your love for him?
Of course I have, and he was very sweet about it. He was laughing. He's like, oh my God, he was feeling very shy. But yeah, he's very sweet, and I just said it. I said, why to keep it to yourself? I said, eventually to pata chali jayega, because every time somebody asks me in an interview or somewhere, oh, who do you have a crush on? I'm like, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. I would love to act as Ranveer. I really like his energy.
Yeah.
And I think I'd be very excited as an actor to do something with him, because I think he brings a lot of, he brings his A game on completely on camera. सुनना है क्या हवा कहती है चल आजा मेरे आजा वहाँ जहाँ पे बस तुम और मैं मिले ना मिले हमें कोई और दूजा वहाँ.
Hi Zahrah, welcome to News 18.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good. I'm sure this is one of the best phases of your career. You have Love Stereo again. There is also Fab film that's coming up. We're going to talk about it eventually.
Yes.
But the last time I spoke to you, this was last year.
I remember, during Chud.
Yes, you remember. Okay, so you told me something that has stayed back with me. You told me that I have a massive crush on Tiger Shroff. If there is somebody I would want to get married to, it's him.
Did I say marriage?
Yes,
oh,
you
God.
actually said that.
Oh God.
So cut to a few months later, there is Love Stereo, where you're sharing screen space with him. The chemistry is scintillating.
Yeah.
Would you say that you manifested this?
Yes, definitely, because I love watching him on screen. I think he looks so handsome and so good looking. So to kind of share that screen space with somebody who I have a huge crush on, I think it was manifestation and a dream come true. I'm happy now. Even if we don't get married, I'm good to go.
But did you tell him about your love for him?
Of course I have, and he was very sweet about it. He was laughing. He's like, oh my God, he was feeling very shy. But yeah, he's very sweet, and I just said it. I said, why to keep it to yourself? I said, eventually to pata chali jayega, because every time somebody asks me in an interview or somewhere, oh, who do you have a crush on? I'm like, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
चलो अब तो पता ही चल गया उनको. But did it take some time to break the ice, knowing that he's quite an introvert?
No, he was very sweet, and he was, the best part about him, which I really like and I'm very fond of, and it's something which I'm also like, is that his dedication towards his work. He's very passionate about it, to the point of, maybe you can say, madness. He wants to perfect everything that he's doing. So it was great to have somebody who was on the same level and the same page as me. I was like, oh wow, I've met somebody who's exactly like that and exactly as passionate as I am regarding work. So when we got onto this project together, it really felt like a team effort. It felt like we are in it together. Everything that we were working on, there was always that exchange of acha aise karna chahiye, waise karna chahiye. Even our rehearsals, when we were learning the choreography, it was something which I was very worried about, because I was like, matching steps with him is going to be a little crazy, right? I'm going to have to really work hard at it. But the fact that he was like, we need to rehearse for 10 days, we need to really get it properly right. It was fantastic. I was like, wow, he wants to come in, and he also wants to rehearse for 10 days. I mean, 10 days is a long time, right? So it was beautiful. I mean, there was no taking time to break the ice or something. It was instantly beautiful.
This is Love Stereo again.
Yes.
So Stereo Love, I think, released in 2009.
Yes, I remember it very well.
Yes, so I'm going to get there. So when I watched this video, the new one, there was this, whole nostalgia trip that, I started feeling. I was immediately taken... I went back in 2009. I don't even remember in which class I was.
Yeah.
But you tell me, what was it like when it released first?
Well, I still remember I was a teenager. I was in school, and this song had come out, and suddenly, I could see it playing in all the auto rickshaws also. It was such a raging track at that time, and I don't know कहाँ से आया, कब इतना popular हो गया, and then everybody was listening to it, and I felt like it was that song that you just can't live without. Like the minute it would come on, we would all go crazy about it. It was something which was so hypnotic, and obviously, you keep seeing this name, Edward Maya, and you'd be like, oh my God, yaar, isne kya gana banaya? And then cut to so many years later.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the fact that I was a part of this song. I met Edward here itself at T-Series. And, everything just fell into place. I was literally, the first time I met him, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting Edward. Because you have this very beautiful memory of your childhood that, this was that song and this is that person who's made it and he's standing right in front of you. And you're chatting with him and you're talking to him. It's unreal, especially when you're a fan of somebody's work. So for me, it was a dream come true.
Tell me a little more about the conversation that you had with him.
So the first time we met, I still remember, we were both wearing the same color.
Okay.
I was wearing this brown jacket and he was wearing this brown shirt. And he was so sweet. He's like, oh, we're wearing the same color. And I was like, yes, that's so sweet of him to say that. And then next thing we were just talking and then he was like, oh, let's take a picture for memory. And I still have those pictures. And then we went in, we met Bhushan sir, we kind of okayed on everything. Then we came out and we were just like, all right, we're on for the project. And everything was so smooth and so beautiful. And then I think in the evening we connected on Instagram and we were talking about the song and then how it should be, everything. And Tanish was on board with it. And then everybody just very beautifully got involved into the project. And at the end of it, we were like, wow, we've made this song and it's turned out so well.
Yeah.
So it just very smoothly fell into place without any hurdles or without any, anything which would stop it from happening. And it turned out perfect.
But can you tell me a little bit about, why choose this song,
Yes.
out of so many out
Of
there?
course. So I remember Shivam Chanana from T-Series.
Yeah.
We were just talking and he was like, oh, there's a song where we're in talks for and we're thinking, we'll take the rights. Stereo Love by Edward Maya. And it's one of my favorite songs. So I got really excited. I said, wow, this sounds really nice. So that time Tiger was nowhere in the picture.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, he's like, okay, let's speak to sir, let's ready something, let's get Tanish to do the recreation because he's really good at it. So I was like, okay. Then we got into the studio, thoda bahut humne kuch banaya, and then we played it to sir. Sir loved the thought and the idea. He was like, haan, theek hai, isko banao, let's do it. And then sir was like, let's make it into a collab, let's get like another singer or somebody in that zone to collaborate with you. I think it'll be a very cool collaboration to do as a duet. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. So this was around November, December. Now, we were still working on the song, we were figuring out the lyrics, all of that was going on. It was a slow and steady process because it's such an iconic song. You don't want to just make it and then be like, yeah, it's ready.
True.
You really want to properly work on it. So around, I think it was 2nd of January, I still remember. I was coming back from Dubai after New Year's and I got a call from Azim Dayani.
Okay.
Who's a music supervisor.
Yes.
He's really good at his work as well. So he just called me and he said, hey, that song Stereo Love, remember you had made me hear it? I said, yeah. He's like, what if you and Tiger collaborate on it? And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, I think it'll be a really cool combination. And I was like, yeah, that would be so cool, why not? 100% let's do that. So then we took the thought back to Bhushan sir. He also really loved the thought of it and all of that. And then next thing Tiger was in the studio, we were dubbing and, working on the song and it just fell so beautifully into place. And then we got into, all right, who should direct the video? How should it be made? So all of that happened. And then one day we were just on set shooting. And I was like, wow, this is called manifestation.
Absolutely. But how would you rate Tiger on 10 as a dancer?
I think he's perfect. I would rate him 11 on 10.
And as a singer?
As a singer, he's very good with his English songs. Like, he's really, really good. And I have to hand it to him that when I heard the song, when he had dubbed it, so there were certain places where I felt, I said, Tiger, I think you can better these portions. So he was so sporty about it. He went back into the studio. I was also there. And he was like, you let me know if there's something, that I should do like this or like that. And he delivered. And I thought that was really, really nice that, if you feel that there's space for improvement, you actually go and do it. And he did that. So yeah, I would say from a 1 to 10, I would say he's an 8. which is really,
Not
really
bad.
good. Yeah,
Not
which
bad
is
at
really,
all.
really good.
Yeah, but Zara, there is something on the blog that's happening,
Yeah.
and that's very exciting.
What?
So it's your film.
Oh, Vrushabha, yes.
So I heard that the shoot has already begun.
Yes, it
Have
has.
you started shooting?
Of
for
course,
it?
I was in Mysore about up until 2 days ago. I
Yeah.
just flew in day before yesterday, and we did the Muhurat shot. And now I'm prepping for it. All of that is going on simultaneously, doing the promotions as well of Love Studio again, and it's a great feeling. I'm very excited about the film also, and obviously about the song.
Have you met Mohanlal, sir?
Of course, I
How
have.
was it like?
You know, he's so sweet. He's a very quiet person, and he's very focused onto his work. He doesn't care about anything, what's happening around, who's doing work. He just wants to come, do his thing, and go. Very simple. You don't feel like you're meeting such a huge star down south.
Absolutely.
You don't feel like that when he's there. He's just very polite and very quiet and very docile. It's very refreshing to see that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we spoke, you said that, post Aurangzeb,
Yeah.
you wanted to figure out actually what you want to
Yes,
do and,
yes.
Gain a little more maturity
Yes,
before becoming
yes,
an actor
correct.
again. Do you think that you are at the stage now where you're
100%.
full-blown going to foray into acting?
Yes, 100%, because that's the reason I actually signed on to Vrushabha, because I felt like now I'm ready, and that's why when this film came along, I was very excited about it. I thought it's the right thing to kind of get back to, and the kind of script it is, and the kind of demand my role has in it. That was something which was very exciting. I play a warrior princess.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, the fact that it's got a full periodic look to it. So, it's very beautiful. It's something which I've always wanted to do. I love being in Indian wear. That's something I personally enjoy the most. Like, you'll always see me on a personal note in kurtas, and I love jhumkas, and I love my bindi and all of that. So, the girl in me said, oh my God, this is something I really love. And apart from that, in terms of performance and as an actor, it really excited me because I've got some very exciting, action scenes happening. So there's a lot of sword fighting that I have to learn. And, it's something which your character really demands. So as an actor, you're actually giving out, a lot, and you're facing that challenge. You're getting to do something which is meaty, which is substantial.
True.
So that was something, it kind of just went hand in hand. I was like, the look is also perfect, and as an actor also you get to perform. So both were clubbed in together well.
Fab. Did you have to audition for it?
No, we did a look test.
Okay.
Because this happens to me a lot until or unless somebody doesn't see me in Indian wear, they feel like, she looks very modern. But we did a look test, and I still remember our producer Juhi was so happy because she felt that this girl will look very good in Indian. We definitely need to put her up in some nice South Indian clothes and all of that. So we did that, and it went really, really well. In fact, I was also very excited because it was the first time I got to dress up in very periodic kind of clothes, right? So that went well, and then they were like, you just have to ace your Telugu and Hindi, so we're doing, because it's a pan-India film, so that's not a problem. But I've got a Telugu coach, so he's helping me with the dialect and everything, and it's a good fun challenge, to take on a completely different language as well at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Zara, the last, let's say 3-4 years, we have seen you lending your voice to numerous songs. Most of them are chart busters. People still hum those songs. There has also been Aurangzeb, like we were talking about. But, were you upset with the reception that the film received? Or you think you were too young to
I was too young at that time, honestly speaking, and I feel like cinema has changed a lot from then to now. I feel like Aurangzeb was a film which was a little ahead of its time.
Absolutely.
If it was made in today's day, I think it would do really, really well. But I feel like at that moment, probably people did not find it to be like that because the audience's minds were different, the cinema was different. But our director, Atul Sabharwal, he also directed recently a series which had Bobby Deol in it. I'm forgetting the name of it. It did really, really well. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name, but it did really, really well and audiences were talking about it. So he has that kind of a thought process, He likes to write things which are very intense.
Yeah.
Today, I think the audiences enjoy that, and we see a large amount of audiences on OTT platforms watching that kind of content.
Right.
So Aurangzeb actually was something which should have been made today, but unfortunately it wasn't. But no hard feelings, It was a great experience, and the sweetest thing was when I posted about Vrushabha. The first person to, repost a story and saying congratulations was my director Atul. So,
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we let you go, we'll play a very quick game.
Lovely.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You have to be super honest. Okay. Your favorite song sung by your mother?
Fiza bhi hai jawan jawan.
Oh my God, yes.
Halaki Dil Ke Arma is something people love.
And it's more popular that way.
But Fiza bhi hai jawan jawan, I really, really love. I think it's way more beautiful. The lyrics are amazing. And apart from that, I love Jhoom Jhoom Baba also from her second film.
Okay. One word to describe the following co-actors. Arjun Kapoor.
Jhakas.
Tiger Shroff.
My crush.
Everyone knows it by now. Okay. Guru Randhawa.
I think sweetheart is the word for him. He is such a sweet person. He is so encouraging and so helpful. I remember when I did Tera Saath Ho, I called him up. I said, I would really want you to do this one section. And I know it's not the full song. Because obviously in my head, I thought, why would Guru do that?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to.
Right.
But he was like, no, we are always there standing by you, supporting you. We're a team. We're a T-Series team. So definitely I will do it. And he did that. He flew down for the shoot and came as well. So I think people who are a part of your journey from the start and who are always encouraging and helpful and supportive, they have a special place in your heart. So I would say that.
Okay, so she was technically not your co-star, but she featured in one of your songs, Moni Roy.
Moni is a very dear friend. So for Moni, I have one word. I call her Mon.
Okay, one actor you want to act with in a Hindi film?
One actor I want to act with in a Hindi film. I would love to act with Ranveer. I really like his energy.
Yeah.
And I think I'd be very excited as an actor to do something with him, because I think he brings a lot of he brings his A game on completely on camera, and I think that is something every actor would be hungry for.
That's right. Okay, lastly, an Indian musician who really inspired you?
Indian musician who really inspired me is Lata ji. And Asha ji as well.
Yeah.
Their granddaughter is a very dear friend of mine, so I've seen their journey very closely, and I've heard a lot of things about them from the family, and the way they kind of struggled and the way they achieved what they did was hands down one of the most beautiful journeys to know about, because when people are kind of trying to push you down and you're still moving forward, that is something which is very, very difficult to deal with. And if you're able to, then you're rock solid and you are very passionate and true to your art. So nothing can stop you from achieving the success of it. And that is something I really, really, really love them for. I look up to them for that.
Absolutely. But can you please sing us a few lines
Of
maybe this one?
which
Love Stevie?
Of course. सुनना है क्या हवा कहती है चल आजा मेरे आजा वहाँ जहाँ पे बस तुम और मैं मिले ना मिले हमें कोई और दूजा वहाँ.
Lovely. Thank you so much and all the very best.
Thank you. Hi guys, this is Zahrah S Khan and you're watching me on News 18.